When I was a child, it only took one shot to change my life. I wanted to be the best. Looking back, my journey started from that moment.
Realizing your true potential requires total devotion. You must be prepared technically, physically, mentally, and make sure they are in balance. Achieving excellence depends on how much and how well you prepare. It all comes down to dedication. Quest for excellence.
When I was a child, it only took one shot to change my life. I wanted to be the best. Looking back, my journey started from that moment.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. CueSports International is proud to present the 41st Annual BCAPL National Championships here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Sponsored by Viking Cues, Omega Billirds, Kamui, Cyclop Balls, Predator Chalk, and the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. In the booth today is the cornerman, Freddie Agnier, and myself, George Teachea.
Good afternoon, George. How are you doing today?
Awesome, awesome. Ready for some team action. Who we got?
Well, we've got the Sea Spring Studs out of Colorado Springs versus Top Gun out of Houston, Texas. Top Gun plays out of the Slick Willie's Family Pool Hall, and Sea Spring Studs play out of Antique Billiards.
Perfect.
This is a 5-on-5 matchup, as it always is at the BCA Nationals for this division. Race to 13. It's a round-robin type of event. Each player is scheduled to play every other player on the other team.
One game.
One game at a time.
This is mixed 8-ball gold teams. There's 383 teams. This is a first-round match. There's close to 2,000 players in just this event right here, in this tournament.
How would you like to come to Vegas and get on this team event, and the first thing you do is right on the stream?
That's quite a feather in their cap.
There
I bet
you
they'll
go.
be watching this on YouTube. This will go right to YouTube once it's over. Actually, it's being recorded to YouTube now.
That's
so
right.
we'll try to do the best we can to bring you the action and maybe a few suggestions as to what they may shoot,
Well,
what they may not shoot.
We're gonna just check out how they play.
How
you
they-
know? Here to entertain.
And I haven't done this at all, but I'm going to give a shout out to the people from St. Lucia, from Nigel. He was Asking a shot. He says he's got the only diamond table on the island.
Oh, really?
How
I'd
about
like to
that?
see that, you know.
9-foot diamond.
Diamond tables all the way. And St. Lucia, is that in, I assume that's in the Caribbean.
That's in the Caribbean.
All right. Here we go.
So
Looks like the
we're
matchups
underway.
are going to start off. We're going to be on table 1, but just for the family and friends out there on table 2, Don Wright of Top Gun is going to be facing off with Dennis Mersman on table number 2. Here on table number 1, you can see it's Wayne Ard. He's waiting for his opponent. Wayne is going to be breaking. Wayne from Sea Spring Studs.
Colorado Springs. Colorado versus Texas.
All right. And it looks like Steve Emmett is going to be his opponent. Right. Steve Emmett sitting in the background. Most of these guys generally don't sit in the arena because they're right next to the table, but I think these guys is moving his seat over there, and he's moving it right where
where he's breaking from.
That's right, but where Wayne is breaking from.
Fortunately, there's enough room there.
Yeah.
We've backed up those barricades.
Here we go, ready to rock and roll. Second ball break. Good solid hit. This is a wide open rack.
Oh yeah.
Every ball is open. He has his choice of either one are good. This is one of those few times where either ball is good. Every ball goes to a hole. I don't think there's really a problem except for if you want to invent one. The 6th ball sitting in the middle of the table. But really, it's not so much of a problem.
Goes to the corner.
It does go to the corner.
What do you think you'll start off with, Freddie? The 7 ball there?
I think he's forced to shoot the 7 ball. It's the easiest shot on the table. It looks like it passes the 15, and then he's just off and running from there. Everything else, you know, he'd shoot the stripes if he could shoot one, but he really doesn't have one.
Yeah, it's tough. That 12 ball doesn't appear to go in the corner pocket past
and
the 4.
he'd be jacked up to shoot it. So obviously he's thinking all that. The easier shot's probably the 5, but the cue ball's coming straight over. You'd hate to bunt anything at this point unless the 7 doesn't go.
I actually like starting with the 7 ball because this might get him in a little bit of trouble playing position for the 4.
For the first shot of the day,
just like this,
the position isn't exactly guaranteed, and he's not going to like it.
That 7 ball go to the side. If it does, he's okay.
Now this is one of those cases. He broke the ball so well that there really is no safe on the table at this point.
No, he's going to have to.
I say that, but somebody will probably play safe already behind the 15. But it feels like he's got to go here. He's got to go shooting forward.
These guys just don't always play to our plans, do they?
Yeah, that's right. You know.
They have a better view of the table than we do.
So whatever shot they shoot is the right shot. But it looks like he'd shoot the 4 ball in the corner pocket, go up table, and if he gets a ball, he's got a good shot rung out. And he's probably a pretty tall guy, so he can reach this. Not like me, I'd have to shoot behind my back opposite-handed with a bridge. And you know how that goes.
Yeah, well, that's what you get for being right-handed. Freddie, I'd shoot this no problem because I'm left-handed.
That's right. That was a tough shot, and he's really, Wayne, unfortunately, has given up a pretty wide-open table.
But since he's chosen solids, the only open shot that
Steve
has is that 15 ball in the left-hand corner pocket there on the bottom of the table.
Right.
And by the bottom, I mean on your screen.
On the screen, bottom left. The foot of the table. He might have the 14 straight in, but it would be to half a pocket. And for your first shot, I tell you what, for your first shot of a team event.
Yeah, there's a good shot of the 14 going to that pocket.
It's a half pocket, but it's slightly big because if you really missed it, it might go, no, that 4 ball's way out of the pocket. I suspect he'll snatch this back about 4 inches for the ball in the side pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe a foot. Maybe a foot.
He came back.
There you go.
This opened it up.
Yeah, I think so. 11 ball is going to be his tough shot. He's got to make sure he gets on the right side of the 11. As you can see, it doesn't pass the 4 ball. So everything is, how do I get there? Unfortunately, the only shot he has, which he has to have, he's got to move the ball a bit to get somewhere, I think.
You know, I think if he just cuts this 14 ball in and bumps the 6, he'll have a straight-in shot on the 10.
Let's see. There you go. I think he'll bump it hard or soft.
Oh,
he was straighter on. Oh, and you could see that he hit it as full as possible.
Yeah, he hit it to keep that angle. He didn't want to bump that ball.
This is nice. His stick can go right between the 6 and 10, and there's no problem. The only problem is the optical problem, but if he can slide over, which of course that's what he's doing, he's got a very great chance to get out here.
He stunned it, and he's going to be perfect on the 11. So much for the problem ball. And then going upstream here, they all lay pretty
good. Pretty good.
I would shoot the 11 now instead of waiting, but I think he's just looking to see where he's going.
Absolutely.
He's going to look to see. He's just looking to see, where do I want the cue ball? Which one do I want to shoot first? Which would you shoot first, Fred?
Oh, 11
the 13 ball?
ball?
After the 11, I mean. After the 11.
I believe I would be playing for the 10. You got to choose one, right? So I'd be
Mhm.
playing for the 10 ball and be on the left side of the 10 ball and just slide over to the 13.
Okay.
I don't mind playing for the 13 if the 10 ball goes on the side, but you have to be about where you are, that kind of angle where you are with the cue ball now to play the 13, because the 10 ball really only goes
Yeah.
upper right corner. I don't believe it. Well, it could go bottom left, but you'd have to be.
Well, if
know,
he
things
draws,
would have to be bad there.
if he draws the 11, he does not want to be straight in on the 13. He could be straight in on the 10 and follow for the
Right.
for the 13.
Oh, he's straight in here, so he's kind of forced to play the 13.
Well,
and
he's
this is a good
forced-
angle.
yeah, he's
he was
forced
forced to play
himself there.
13 because of the angle on the 11. I think that's the whole analysis here. Now, do you punch this out and play the 10 in the same
He's
corner?
looking to
He's
play it in
looking
the same
down.
corner, yeah.
Well, he's looking down table as if he's going to float forward and play the 10 in the lower left
It's going to
corner.
be dangerous because he might not clear the 8 all the way. So I would prefer to come back on this ball and play the 10 ball in the upper right-hand corner where he's playing the 13. He's going to go right forward and play it down here, which is, you know,
Which is
preference.
fine. That was the second. That was the
Preference.
second option there.
He controlled his ball beautifully, but he's a little bit, it's partially blocked, it looks like. That
It
7
looks
might
like
have a piece.
Even if it's not blocked, it's right there in his sights, and that
Yeah.
causes people problems.
Yep.
You know, just from the sighting of his stick is way up in the air, so he's got to make sure he hits center ball here. Center vertical.
He's
nice
made
shot.
it. He's made it. No
Nice
problem.
shot. No problem for
He
this
went
guy.
by that. He
you
says,
know.
I'm looking at the pocket, not the ball next to it. And straight in 8 ball. And the Colorado Springs will be, oops, I'm sorry, Top Gun will be taking their first game if he makes this ball, when he makes this ball.
That's
and
right.
make it, he did.
So Steve Emmett gets through it
Steve Emmett gets his first game for Top Gun.
for Top Gun. 1-0
Houston,
Top Gun.
Texas. Over Colorado Springs.
Now we get a look at the team captain from Colorado Springs, Sea Spring Studs. It's Preston Hollis.
Now he's your buddy on AZB, right?
Yeah. And we just switched over to table number 2 to see Dennis Mersman firing in a ball for Sea Spring Studs.
And he's still at the table. Looks like Dennis
Is hooked. You see Don Wright in the background for Top Gun. Can you actually see this ball shooting at the?
I can't
doesn't
tell
look
from
like
here.
you can
I
make
can't
this
tell
ball.
from here. We only
So
have the
he's-
one
he's
camera.
bunting, and he's hit hit the low ball. I assume that's the ball he was trying to hit.
I wasn't sure. I thought he had stripes. We're going to find out if
We're
he
gonna
picks up
find
the
out
cue
if he
ball.
picks up
Yeah,
the
he
cue
had
ball.
stripes. I thought so.
I was going to say, if he was low, that wasn't a
Yeah.
bad shot because he cleared his ball out with no shot.
Yeah,
Now on the other table, Preston is about to break.
yeah. Right
Big
when
break and no ball on the break for Preston Hollis.
Yeah, right when we switched tables to number 2 here, he shot a ball in, and I wasn't sure exactly what it was. I thought it was a stripe. So, stripe it was, and Don has solids. He's got to address that 7 ball pretty quick here, but the 3 ball also. He's going to do the 3 ball first.
He has ball in hand, and it certainly looks like he should play the 7, but the 4
I
ball
think
is
so.
also trapped.
Well, I think if he plays a 7, well, you're right. If it's tough. There's 2 balls.
There's 2
kind
balls that he's got to get to, and I
of. The
think
4
he's
ball
chosen.
doesn't go.
I don't believe so.
No,
I
it
think he's
doesn't seem-
chosen to get good on the 4 to try to get on the 7. The reverse
Well,
isn't so easy.
He can actually get good on the 7 from the 5 because it looks like if he stops it up there, he's got the
Yeah.
angle for the 7. But it's tough.
Yeah.
He's got the
Yeah.
best angle, and
Right.
we can just guess down here.
Right, with ball in hand, I mean, he's pretty much telling us that
Yeah.
the 7 is going to be.
He's coming up. He's gonna.
Don't do that.
He's in
Bump it
trouble.
Good, bump it good.
He's
No,
in trouble.
He's a little in trouble. I think he was saying the 7 was going to be his key ball.
Yeah. Trouble.
Meanwhile, on the other table, it is Preston Hollis versus Dennis Crazy Bishop from the Top Gun team.
Crazy Bishop.
That's right. That's his nickname, he said. Maybe he just made it up 2 seconds ago, but it's Crazy Bishop from Top Gun from Houston, Texas.
He wants to add a little.
Shout out to all his family and friends who believe that he is crazy big.
Add a little flavor to his name. A little color flavor. Here we go. Is he? I'm not sure what he's going to shoot here. He'd try to leave the cue ball on the bottom rail, I would think.
Well, if he's got half a pocket to bank, he may bank. No, he's going for the safety.
He's going to save one ball and make him cut the other.
Well, you have to make sure that ball is still out in the open. I
Yeah.
don't believe the 15 goes anywhere, even if you can hit it.
I think.
Dennis Mersman.
Yeah, I think Dennis will be cutting this 13 ball and coming right at that 7 ball.
Yeah, so he's trying to hit that ball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's a natural angle to go there.
Proposition here.
There's a big pocket right next to it.
That's right.
If he gets high, it goes in the hole.
It's
It goes in the
amazing
drink.
it's amazing how big that pocket gets.
Let's see what he does. It's just a natural angle to go right into him. He did. He
Oh,
didn't
and
make the ball and broke it out.
Oh wow! I thought
He hung it up,
I thought everything was great, but that ball
Yeah.
didn't go in.
and he broke it out nicely.
Big opportunity for Don Wright to get out here.
Don's looking good here. Surveying his options, and he's
Yeah.
going to
I like this
buckle
way.
down. Yeah.
Just bounce off the rail, be dead straight on the 5 ball.
I mean,
And
behind almost behind the 15.
Uh-oh.
Ouch, that was close.
Close. And now you're sort of forced to go forward.
Mm-hmm.
On these small tables, a lot of people go all the way around these balls because it's actually not big of a path and it's not so bad, but I think he's going to try to go with his hair of inside and go straight down the table, I suppose.
I agree. I think he'll come off the head rail and play position for the 8 ball in the left-hand corner pocket at the base of the table here.
Yep.
The foot.
The foot of the table, that's right.
Mm-hmm. No,
He's
he
hit
went
this
around
very
just
hard.
like you
That's what I
said.
say. A lot of people will do that, and it's not a bad play on a smaller table.
Yeah, except that it's not a bad play, but he left
Except
it
for he
close
missed.
to the rail, and he missed the
Yeah.
ball, and
Well,
he's got a long, hard shot on the 8.
Undercut it a bit. And
But yeah, he did what you said. He chose to go around the ball, and
that's more of a small table pattern as
Mhm.
opposed to, the guys used to the bigger table probably just hit that one, as you had said, with a little bit to make
Yeah.
sure that you're playing for the 8 ball on the lower left. Dennis trying to close this game out. Stun follow, I guess, with a shot in the side
Straight in.
pocket. Very nicely done.
well done. And that'll tie this up at 1 in the race to 13. Keep in mind, this is a first-round match, and they're on the
There you
stream
go.
table. They
It's
got quite the
1-1.
treat. Come to Vegas and get some attention. The
Good
world gets to watch you.
Good shot right there of Preston Hollis, captain of this team. Has a great opportunity to get out. And in the background is Bill Sepalak
there's
going to
Pres-
table number 2.
There's Preston at the table now. We just switched back over to table 1.
And table number 2, Bill will be playing the team captain, Daryl Kudos. You just saw Daryl walking by. Those were his shoes for the family and friends out there. Where you get to see him. He's going to sit down. You get to see his.
And then
his
you see him
hands.
from the neck
That's right.
down.
Well, this is. Well, I thought he was going to
Preston-
go up table, but he decided
Preston's
to come up
making quick
short on the
work.
12, and he's made himself a little bit of difficult angle here.
He's making quick work of this. He's going to have a problem getting up to the 10 ball.
10 ball, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the 12 ball passed the 8. If it didn't, that's why he tried to go over there.
Not
It's
sure.
Probably not. We've been fooled on these angles so many
Yes,
times.
yes. Yeah.
And, what do you do here, George? You figure he's going to pound this and go 3 rails around?
You think he's going to draw this, go 3 rows down for the 10?
I don't know. I don't know where else he's going to go.
I
He
think
could just float it in and cut the 10.
Looks like he might be using center. He's gonna go right through. He's gonna try to go through the 6 ball.
I think he is the 7 ball. I think he needs to look at the 10 ball. Because, I like the wild plays. Bank that 10 ball. Just bank. No, he's going to go. If he can hit this ball full in the face, then just take his lumps on the 10. That's a good play. That's a
This
good
is
play.
not a bad shot. This
Yeah.
this has promise.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to make a good shot. It's a steep angle, but it's very makeable.
Well, and hit it hard enough to go up and down the table. There's no way you hold this ball in these tables.
The thing about it is, if he just cuts it down it doesn't matter which side of the 8 he's on. He's going to have a shot at one of the corners.
He's just got to be on this 8 ball.
The only
That's
thing he
all there is
doesn't
to
want
it.
to do is kiss off the 3 ball.
Good shot. He's
Nice,
in.
very nice
Keep
shot.
coming if you're going to come. Oh, it slowed
No.
down. The ball slowed down.
Yeah.
Great shot. I was saying, you know, we've seen that these people not be able to hold this ball because the table's
It's
so
tough.
fast. That slowed down,
Yeah.
and he got there.
Yeah, he killed that with inside English there. So it kind of, he was meaning it to slow down. And
Very
that's a
nicely
nice
done.
shot. Preston
Preston
can play.
Hollis. Preston Hollis
Preston can play.
over a crazy bishop. We'll give it a shout out to all his AZ billiard friends. And coming up for C Springs studs is Jim McCrary. And it looks like Jim McCrary is going to be playing Robert Davidson. Robert, you can just see his bottom half next to the Omega Billiard Store.
Yeah, he's got those bright red shoes on, as you'll see right there. There you go. Bright red tennis shoes with, it looks like they're blue and red. Their heels blue
They're
and
fluorescing.
they fluorescent.
They're fluorescing.
Turn out the lights. No, they're black.
Red and black. There they are.
Classic colors, especially in Southern California.
This has been a pretty good matchup so far.
Yep. They're as close as they can get other than tied.
They are choosing to use, at least so far we've seen the magic rack. Looks like they had their choice of using the magic rack or the regular rack.
I haven't seen much difference to, well, I guess I can't just look, if you look, well, you can't look at table number 2.
Yeah, that
The break
the
on
break
there,
was a
they've
nice-
got, it broke 6 or 7 balls away from the middle of the rack.
I'm going to guess the breaker mishit it.
And I can tell that they did not use the magic rack. So there was a slug rack,
Yeah.
but you rack your own, so
You rack your own, so you slug
you
yourself.
slugged yourself.
Jim McCrary is, he's got the highest rating on his team, 625 for his Fargo rate.
So you might say he might be their star player.
Could be, could be. But he's playing their star player, Robert Davidson, also with a 625.
You know, I did see Robert move
Yeah.
the ball around and make some shots, and it looked pretty good. I haven't seen Jim shoot.
I'm going to say that his opponent, Robert Davidson, is 625. But there's if you take a look at the rest of his team, there's a bunch of 525s when they came in. So it's very possible they're all new players to the Fargo system. I got to find out. It just reads.
Where are you going to?
I'm looking on there. Yeah, so let's take a look at Robert Davidson and his Fargo rate and his robustness. Right now we're looking at Jim McCrary, who broke the balls. The 10 ball is a tough ball, but the 12 ball is in the corner, so. And the 14 covers the 8. Stripe seems evident. If he shoots the low balls, it's because the only shot that he really has.
Robert is a 625 with 0
Yeah.
robustness,
That-
so it's a starter rating.
Starter rating, and his registration was here. Cutting the 11 in the side pocket, breaking out these 2 corner balls here. And he's done that, but he doesn't have a great shot, but he has a shot in the 10. Jim does.
Where are we looking at? Which table do we have? And I was looking at Fargo.
And let's take a look at Jim McCrary to see if his starter rating was because of past playing or because of new player registration.
He's got a 333
Okay, so
game robustness.
So he's got games.
He's
under
played.
his belt.
He's established.
He's established.
He's established.
625, playing the 10 ball in the corner pocket. Tough cut to begin his match. To begin his game. But if he makes this, he should get rewarded. 12 ball is hanging in the corner. And he's made it. Very nicely done. Did he get a bad bump here? He did. He kind of got a funny bump where he can't get the 12 ball unless he kicks at it. You'd hate to be kicking at that, but it looks like a triple combination is his only other option. Shooting at the stripes. Jim McCrary.
Well, he's hooked on all balls except the 9.
Right.
And
he put all the effort in making that 10, as he should have done, and you'd think that the chances of him not getting on the 12 ball were slim, and he got slim.
But the only shot I can see him having if he's trying to make a ball is to play the 9 ball off the 7 to the upper corner pocket, and that's a very delicate shot.
Right.
It's tough, but that's about all he has.
I think he's going to have to convince himself he's got to play a carom or a combo or something really.
He might be able to play it straight into the 1, and then it goes up off the 15 there, into the side. But that's very ambitious.
That's another.
Yeah, it's very
That's
again,
another
yeah.
one. You know, nothing good happening there. He could play safety, I suppose, but
I just don't see where he can play safety to. Well, actually, yes. Off the 9 and try to get behind the 8, but it's a tough angle. It's a real thin cut.
the furniture is about to move.
Is he going to rearrange it?
He's going to rear back, I believe, and fire the
Oh,
9 ball in the corner pocket. Right at us. Hello. This is what I like to see, George. I like it when someone's willing to fire away, knowing full well that he's up against it.
He's going to cut the 9 ball in the corner. Is that what he called?
That's what he called. And he doesn't want to give up the 8 ball corner pocket here.
He might make the 15 on the side off the 4.
And again, the 12 ball is just kind of.
He made this ball. He just didn't hit it hard enough. He made this ball. He cut it pretty good.
He would have had to. I mean, other balls were flying there and moving and all that. And really, look at the position he just gave up. Nothing. He gave up nothing.
Well, 7 balls tied up. The 2 balls tied up.
6 ball is nowhere.
3 ball only has 1 pocket. I'm sorry, 5 ball on the left side there.
Welcome to the game, Robert Davidson.
Boy, I'll tell you, this dry air and the air conditioning,
It does get
this
to
is
us.
playing with our throats. Robert's just looking things over, and he's going to attempt to bank the 5 ball to that corner pocket.
Corner pocket?
Yeah, he's called it where the 8 is.
Really?
That's what he's called.
Okay, that
he's
9
gonna-
ball must be off
yeah.
the corner, I guess.
I think he's just playing safe, actually.
Oh,
He's
and he
playing
really
safe.
he got the worst
Oh,
of
he
it here
doesn't wanna
because
go
he
in
wanted
there.
to make that 9 ball. He scratched, but it's not exactly a wide open rack, is it? The 8 ball now got
No.
covered.
No, the 15's tough. He's got to get perfect on the 15. The 8 ball doesn't really have a home, but
It looks like 15 in the
9
corner.
ball's good.
I like going. If he plays the 15 and he's clean on it, draw it straight back for the 9 ball, and use the cue ball off the 9 ball to tickle out the 8 ball. I wanted to make sure I used the word tickle because I've been
Did
challenged.
somebody threaten to slap you?
Yeah, I've been
Freddie?
challenged not to say it, so I'm going to keep on saying it. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. Hit the 15 and draw straight back. Get good on the 9 so you can cut the 9 in and move the 8,
ball,
8-7 pair, and then it's all.
Well, the problem is that if he hits the 9 ball hard and moves the 14, it might not move the 8.
Yeah, I was thinking that if he's on the end rail, he could have come straight up and missed the 14 and go right into the 8 pretty solidly. But that's gone now.
You know, it's not a bad shot. Well, it's tough. He could try to hit it off the 9, hit the 8 off the 9, but he's going to probably push it closer to the 7 and against the rail. If he can cut the 12, he can come right at the 8 now. I think that's his best option.
I think so, too. It's straight at it.
Mm-hmm.
You almost don't have to do anything to come
No,
across.
it's almost a natural angle. Just come to it.
Don't get high, or else you'll do
And
exactly.
he
He came up short here. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's sort of forced to cut this in with a little hair of inside and hopefully get right at the 8. That's asking. Well, as a left-hander, actually, he's got the best of it here. Right-hander, that'd be stretched out. Unless you can't make that as a left-hander. Not easy. Not easy at all.
He's going to be stretching a little bit, but it's a good shot for him.
you know, if he hits this 8 in the button, he'll.
Yeah, he's
Gotta
probably
be
going to tie it up more. He's got to hit it pretty
He's
hard
gotta
to move
swing
it
at
from there.
this.
Yeah.
Well, moving the 14 is.
Well, he's giving himself a real. You know, he could play the.
Carom.
Yeah, he could carry him off the 8 with the 14 ball, and
Things are
hopefully
going.
avoid the double kiss.
Yeah.
It's tough. He pushed the 14 up. He put too much English on the ball and came in too soon.
Right into it.
Yeah, he came right into the 14 instead of the 8. Tight, tight, tight. And over on table 2, they have a mess in the middle
Well, we'll see that in a minute.
around the spot.
Oh, he's got to shoot this. What else are you going to do at this point? Just tie up balls and survive, I guess.
He's got to find a way. He's got to find a home for this 14 because his opponent has 7 balls. I would not break out the 7 ball.
No.
Unfortunately, which just gives the solids that much more of an advantage. But
Yeah, and really, no matter what, if he doesn't get out here, the solids are at a huge advantage unless he hangs the 14.
you know, actually,
There you go.
He's
calling
calling
it
it off the 8
Got to
ball.
be calling off the 8 ball.
yeah.
He's got a really good shot at making this, as long as the 8 ball doesn't come back and hit it in the face before it gets past it.
It's going to be close. It's going to be real close to a double kiss. And he's got to hit it with a little bit of pace because it's got to come off the 8 and slide down.
Slide down.
Yeah.
You can't roll this, or else it'll spin and go right into the cushion.
Yeah, that's a delicate shot. He's got to make a great hit here. Yeah, he had to hit a little more 8 ball. And it's still, you know,
Well,
it was tough. Now it's open.
Wide open. Let's see how Robert Davidson plays.
Yeah, ideally he would have liked to have hung that ball up.
Right.
Blocked everything
Right.
there. Just blocked blocked his opponent's pocket there. No stripes going in here.
Well, we'll see Robert just kind of run balls here because it's wide
Mhm.
open. Just want to make sure that 4 ball gets out of there so he has pathways and highways to get through if he's going to be driving his car around, driving the cue ball around.
Yeah.
Well, looks like he's going to come down table for the 5 next.
You know, he just might hit this real soft and keep it there for the 7. All depends on his angle and how he wants to play. You're correct. He comes down for the 5.
Well, I hope the 4 ball doesn't get him. I think he was playing for the 4 ball there, but now he's going to be forced to play the 7. Two-way playing area
Mhm.
position.
Mm-hmm. Always keeping an insurance ball.
Yeah, that's the way to play.
Yeah.
And if he didn't get too high, should be good here. I like stopping here. What about you, George?
If I can stop it.
Yeah.
So I don't like he's elevating.
He's elevating
stopping.
to stop. He stunned it. Now
He's
it's
giving himself a little angle.
right. You got to miss the 14.
Well, he's going to try to stay above, I think. No, he's
Yeah.
coming down. Coming down and
His
around
smooth
the 14.
stroke this. Oh, he hit the 14 twice. Did you see that? The 14. I'd love to see a replay on that one.
Yeah.
He kissed the 14 one side and tickled it on the other side to hold it in
tickled it.
place. Good run out by Robert Davidson. Wide open rack and gets right through it.
And they're tied.
For a
No,
Top
yeah,
Gun.
they're tied.
They are tied.
2
Going-
apiece. With Top Gun winning that rack.
Good look at the other rack is Bill Sepelak.
Yeah, and that mess is still sitting right around the spot.
And Daryl Quiros of Top Gun, Bill Sepelak of C Spring Studs shooting on the next table.
And there we go.
And there you go. And on table number 1, looks like Don Wright is coming to the table to rack him up for a break. And you get a good shot of Daryl Quiros sitting down over there, the team captain for Top Gun.
He's just patiently waiting his turn. He says,
That's right.
I have a feeling I'm going to get a turn, but when and what will I have?
That's right.
Shooting
Looks
the
like
9
a
ball.
safety.
Well, there's your turn. Kick at the 3 ball. I don't think you can do a thing with the 7.
No. Unless you wanted to take your jump cue out and jump right on top of it. maybe not get her to a rail. That'd be just a maniac play, but I like maniac plays.
Should we consider you a maniac?
Absolutely. 2 rails to the 3. 1 rail between the.
I like the 2-railer.
I would never shoot this
I like
between the
2
back.
rails.
I can't. I'm not good enough to shoot between this. I can't even tell what the balls are. 15 and the 9. And even if you did it, we'd miss it to the right side. Right about to break on table number 1.
He just hasn't looked at this 2-railer to the 3 ball. That ball is makeable, and if he happens to make it, if he shot it, he'd have position for the 8.
But there's another solid.
That's not going to do him any good then, is it? Then he has position for the solid off that 15 ball.
I was waiting for the standard George Teache answer of never mind.
No, you didn't get it, because see, he'd have a shot for the 7 ball off the 15 to
Does
the
it
corner.
really go in?
It looks like it might.
It might.
It looks like it's it could be
He's kicking 1
shot
rail.
into it.
I guess this isn't bad. I didn't think that he had this kind of angle to make a hit on this 3 ball, but he did.
Well, do you remember that shot that I forgot what player it was, made a gorgeous shot out in the middle. He 2-rail kicked it.
Shane.
Last year, was it Shane? Yeah, I think it was. No, it was Francisco Bustamante. No, Francisco hooked him. Yeah,
correct. It was Shane.
It was Shane. Yeah.
Francisco cut in the middle of the table.
Well, this
Bill has a good shot to get out here. The trouble ball is that 15. He could shoot it first, but playing the 9 to the 15 is not a bad idea.
No, that's perfect. But
the question: does the 8 ball go? Goes down table.
Does it go by
it goes up table?
Yeah, does it go by the 7? Does the cue ball go by the 7 to make it?
Well, you can see Bill here. I don't know. He made a little bit of a gesture. I think he came up now dead straight. He needed some kind of angle, and he got the dead straight angle.
Yeah, the good thing about it is he can cheat this pocket a little bit to create an angle.
And he did.
And he
just created force followed it. Oh, he's got a good angle here to get on the 8 ball. I like that.
Will he play it to the corner, upper corner? Oh, he doesn't like something.
He just doesn't like it because he's got to stretch out. And if it goes to the bottom right corner, he really has the best of it.
No, he's
just going to look up table.
Yeah.
And that. See, if he goes out there, then he can't overrun this if it goes to the bottom right. You shoot for the bottom left, but if you overrun it, you still have bottom right.
I think he's looking to play position for the upper corner pockets.
He's going to be playing position for.
He's not going to have
a
a
shot like that. He's definitely not going to like that. Definitely not going to like that.
So he must not have liked going higher and playing it in the corner on the left here, on the bottom.
I don't know where Bill went. It looks like he disappeared from the from view.
I think he went over to get sick because he got behind the 7.
Well, maybe he made one small prayer to the pool gods.
To the pool gods. He's calling it in the corner.
All right, we really need to see the referee here because it looks like it's going to hit this somewhere in between.
Well, if it hits a 7, it's going to be extremely obvious.
I would think so. Let's see.
Would you call a ref for the shot?
Well, if he's kicking bottom rail, because he called up. Oh, I see. He's going
no,
this way.
Yeah, he's cutting the ball.
He's cutting the ball. Okay.
If he can see it.
If he can see this, you can.
Boy, he came pretty close. He had plenty to cut because he undercut it. And he's given an open table
to Darryl.
Mr. Quiros is going to be firing this 7 ball first probably and coming back for the 3 ball. I don't think he'll shoot the 3 and come back for the 7. It's a long, straight in draw shot.
Does he have enough room to go forward?
Yes, he does. Yeah, he's got just that little bit slight angle.
Just a little bit, right.
He's going to shoot the 3 first, and so he'll be drawing it back.
It definitely looks like a drawback shot, and he doesn't have to draw much to get a shot. He'd like to go up, probably. I think he's got a slight angle, so he can go off the rails. So that'll help him out. Still going to hit this pretty firm.
A little too firm, and he's going to give up a pretty good shot on this 8. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Well, I don't think I'm shooting at this 8 ball. I think I'm going to duck.
Oh, Oh
Me
boy.
ducking. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
Did you heard that
You
first,
heard
right
that
here?
first. Feels like you just got to fire this ball just to get your frustrations out. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but if you fire the ball, you give up a ball. If he just rolls up to it, he doesn't give up too much.
I hear you.
Yeah, if he just rolls.
Somewhere over, not that over
tries
there,
to-
but
Yeah, just rolls past the 8 a little bit across the center, tries to leave the 8 ball and the 7 in line with the cue ball, and the cue ball no further over than maybe a few inches from the center diamond there on the head of the table. He's going to play it. So he's betting the game that he can make this shot. Because I'd rather leave my opponent a really low percentage shot here. He's made it.
oh boy, I thought he made it.
Premature call there. Wow. And he's left the cue ball in a pretty good place.
Pretty good spot.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spot.
I mean, he was looking over there as to where he would leave it, so that was part of his plan.
So, yeah, he left the low percentage shot, but this is a very cuttable shot. Good cut here if you're accustomed to cutting the ball down the rail, and you go up and down.
Meanwhile, Wayne Art looks like he's on a full table run out versus Don Wright, who you can see sitting there waiting.
On table 1. See how Darrell he didn't. He hit it fat, and he's left the long shot on the 8. Very makeable, but long and close to the rail.
Wayne Art has finished off Don Wright in their game. So another bead for C Spring. Oh no, yeah, C Spring Studs gets another game.
Oh,
And Bill Sepelak has missed
Missed
the
the 8.
long 8 ball off the cushion. Here comes Darrell.
well. Would you consider rolling this 3 ball right up on top of the, or shoot the 7 and run out? I'll shoot the 7 and run out, but
I would consider shooting the 3 in the side, and if it goes, you get to the 7. If it doesn't go, it's relatively safe. Oh, he just pumped that one, and
did he scratch?
that's a bit too much. Yeah, he did. And there was a lot of pump there for just getting on the ball. Well, he just shook hands, but there can't be a concession there. He's got ball in hand on the ball. Okay, he's conceded on that
He's
one.
ball in hand on the 8.
Yeah, but the 8 ball
But
sitting
it
on the
can
side
be, yeah,
cushion
it can sit
side
on the
rail,
rail. It could be pinched,
but it
could
looked
be
like
pinched.
C Spring Studs gets another one.
especially with the nerves that some of these guys get on these
Sure.
national championships when they're here in
Yeah, and this is
Vegas.
first round. This
yeah,
is
in
first
first
round
they're
jitters.
on the stream table. So yeah, I would let him shoot that ball.
Good shot here. It's Dennis Bishop. Crazy Dennis Bishop. He did say that was his nickname, so he's going to get it.
He's going to get it.
Breaking here.
Well, he smacked him pretty good. It's made the 2 ball on the side.
Right. And it's a Dennis versus Dennis match because his opponent is Dennis Mersman.
So Dennis
Dennis
the
Crazy
Menace
Bishop
is what I was
versus
thinking.
Dennis Mersman.
So which one do we call the Menace?
Well,
Neither one.
Dennis Bishop already has a nickname, Crazy Dennis, and I'm going to embarrass Dennis Mersman because before he got here, his old teammates said, yeah, you'll recognize him. He is the good-looking one.
Uh-oh.
The ball skidded, but it went in. Came into the right pocket, right side of the pocket. He's got a good shot to get out here, especially if the 10 ball goes in the corner. It goes in the side anyway. You can see back there that Darrell Quiroz is going to be shooting the next game, breaking.
Oh.
Well, he
Well,
bumped
Mr.
off the
Bishop,
ball and started losing
yeah.
the ball here, so he's got to come with a shot here. If he comes with this shot in the 15, he still has great opportunity to get out.
This is a tough shot. This is about as tough a shot as you can get on a 7-foot table right here.
Yeah.
Against the rail, down the rail. He's hit
Perfect,
it perfect. He's hit it
perfect.
perfect. Nice timing through the ball. He stroked it nice. It was a straight cut down the rail.
10 on the side, and maybe the 12 next. I'm saying that like it's so obvious that the 9 has to be the key
Last
ball,
shot,
but
yeah.
the 9 isn't exactly 100% perfect because the 5 is there. But really, it seems to me that's the way you're going to go
Well,
if he can stop on this
real
shot.
soft. Oh, he
no,
came down
can't.
for the
So
9
He had to
now.
come down because he had the angle. And now he's got that precarious position of playing the 14 in the side pocket as his last ball, and he's got to get good because going up table could be perilous.
Needs to get on the right side of this ball.
Correct. Here we go. Get up there, get up there,
And
get
he
up there.
didn't.
So
Yes,
now
he did. He can come back just a hair.
if he can just jack him, come back a hair, that's the best of it. If he has to go forward, the 4 ball looms large. Yep, he's
Either
going
way,
to
he's
jack up.
using,
Right to the
I just
center of the
don't-
table. Oh, he's coming the other way. Perfect shot. What a
How'd he
great
get that-
shot.
how'd he get that angle? How did he get the ball to go to the left?
Obviously, he had to
Wow.
do something funny there, but what a great shot. What a great shot. Looked like it was going the other way, but maybe we had the bad angle on it. And a very good
And
run out by
this
Dennis
closes.
Bishop.
Closes that 2-game lead.
Right, that's right.
Keeps him.
Top Gun gets a point there. And on the other table, Daryl Quiroz and Preston Hollis sitting down,
It's Darryl at
waiting
the
for
table
his
now.
turn. Preston gets more press time. AZ Billiard faithful. Smile at the camera, Preston. Just look up this way. We're all looking at you.
I was actually watching Daryl shoot that ball.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm just saying, Preston sitting down. You know,
Yeah, I see him down
look
there.
up
He's
there.
talking.
And
He's
smile.
talking to those guys from Texas. He's talking to Dennis Bishop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl has a good shot getting out
Yeah.
here. He just bumped his 4 ball into just a little bit of a tricky spot.
I like what he's doing here. He plays his 3 ball, the 2 ball, nice and easy. Stays straight
That's-
on the 4 and just stops it. And he's
beautiful.
straight in on the 8.
I like that. I definitely like that.
Yeah.
He's got to
Comes back
reach
just
up
a little bit.
reach up and jack up,
But he
and
wants to
that's
play
probably
this
the
first
worst part of this. But
He's going to shoot it
she's going to
left-handed.
shoot it left-handed. I can't do
Is
this.
he going to leave himself tough here?
I hope not.
No, he's perfect. He's
Perfecto. That's a really
And-
nice.
Yeah. And I believe if he just stops
it. He's on
Yeah.
the 8. He's not even looking, so that's all there is to it. He's shooting right down the line.
Yeah, if it goes forward, it's gonna. He might be hooked by the 13, but if he just stops it,
It looks like he's
bringing
hitting
it back a
with-
little bit, huh?
It's
He
in.
just stopped
It's
it.
in.
He's got a shot. He's called the 8 in the corner. He's still smiling, so he's not
Still
hooked.
smiling. That's right. That's right.
No grimace there.
But I'll tell you, I think he's, well, hold it all together and just let your stroke go through the ball. Nicely
and they
done.
tie it up. They're tied at 4.
Tied at 4 now. Table number 1,
Let's see who comes to table number 2. But table number 1, we have
Robert Davidson.
Robert Davison again.
And he's going to be playing against, well, that was Jay McCrary, but he's already played him. Jay is walking across. Jay's going to be playing Steve Emmett on the second table. Robert Davidson, not sure who his opponent is. It must be Wayne Art. Wayne is standing over there in the wings. He's the only person on the team standing over there.
Mm-hmm. So Jim's playing Steve.
Yes. Steve Emmett.
Steve
gonna
is
be
racking the
breaking
balls
on table 2.
Table 2. Oh, you
So
can see
probably
we're
see
back
him
on
in a
table
minute.
1. We're back on table 1. There we go.
Yeah, Robert Davidson.
Only
Interesting table here. He's got to get to this 14, but the 14 may be his last ball, his key ball, 8 ball going into the side pocket. So this is one of those wonderful 8 ball layouts that no matter what, it's going to be difficult, but the out is there, and do you choose to shoot it? You almost have to.
Well, I think the best way to go about getting, if he's going to keep the 14 as his key ball, I'd shoot the 9, the 15, get a good angle on that 11 for the 14, and go from there. Oh, he's going to move it around.
He decided to move it around, and the
Came
8
up
ball
smelling like a rose, with the exception of he just tied up the
8 ball that didn't go in to begin with. The 8 ball actually
Put it in
goes
jail.
up table. It does go up table, so maybe nothing changed there. If he can hold this 15, he has the same out pattern.
But now he's created a monster because he can shoot either the 11. He can
Oh,
shoot
the
8 the balls.
8 still goes in the side pocket. It still goes in the side pocket.
Okay.
It definitely doesn't go in the corner pocket.
I would be shooting the 15 here. The 15.
15.
15
if he can hold the 15.
Yep.
But as soon as I say that, he may go 14
Well,
and then the 15.
Yeah, but he's gonna find himself in a tough place getting position on the 8.
Yeah. To me, it looks like he should shoot the 15 with a touch of inside to hold that cue ball.
Yeah, you want to try and give yourself straight in shot on the 7 so you can kind of stop it.
Yeah.
I mean on the 11, so
Yeah.
you can just stop it for position on the.
And from here, it definitely
14
looks like
ball.
he's using a touch of inside. And he held that ball, and it looks like he's just there. Another touch of inside shot.
He's got a little angle that
Just
leads him
right.
to the 14, so which is okay.
It's okay.
But he has to hit this into the 14, straight into the 14.
Oh, yeah, he's just over the
Yeah.
line, just a little bit over
Yep.
that he can't hold
Yeah.
it.
So he's got to come into the 14 ball. And if he
like-
gets straight in, he'll like it. He's going to come up and back. No,
He's
that's
not going to
trouble.
like it. Not gonna
banks.
like it.
It banks with a lot of spin.
Yeah, if he was going to shoot it that way, again using a touch of inside and following
Yeah.
and up and down and missing that 4, probably may have gotten there. That was not easy by any means.
No.
Well, spin bank here, 4 ball to hold, but no, he's banking the other way. All right,
Made it
short.
close.
He made it close,
Made it close.
but now he's
I gave myself that out.
he's got big time disadvantage here.
Oh, big time.
Oh, that's Bill Sepelak.
We're tied at 4 in the race of the 13. First round in the men's mixed 8-ball gold teams.
Bill doesn't have a great shot to start off with. Me, I shoot the 7, but he may play the safety because he'd like to step up to the table with a hanger with 7 balls on the table.
He's got safety works.
Playing the safety.
That's what he's playing. He's waving anything off. Says no call. I'm just going to roll up here and touch this ball.
And
Oh,
he left him a shot.
well, if you want to
The-
call it a shot.
Sure, yeah.
Can you get this cue ball back where it's at right now? There is a way to get there.
There are 2 ways to get there, and you'd rather be shooting this than sitting there watching the guy run out the rack.
I actually, 2 nice ways, but I think I would try to make it in the corner pocket
Yeah.
and draw the ball 2 rails
I think that's what
underneath
that
it.
would be what I'd do, but he's going to try to go around the
He,
table.
he was trying to go around and miss this with right-hand English,
Yeah.
miss the 6 and come 2 rails down to the bottom here.
Yeah, the other way would have been to shoot the way he shot it with a ton of left-hand English so that when it spins that upper left corner that it come up short on the right side and just die on the end rail. That's just so much to ask for.
Well, Bill's going rail
Bill's just
first here.
going
and
rail
he's
first
gonna
and
get
going.
perfect on this 4.
Not perfect.
Almost.
He could play another safety if he had to. which
Safety
is
number
exactly
2
what he's
and,
gonna do.
break out and break.
Breaks
He
up
should
the
have
middle.
broken out the 3 ball.
Yeah, because now what he's done is
Yeah.
just tied up his
Yep.
own ball.
Yep.
He's going to have to waste another shot,
If he shoots
which is
that
fine if he gets ball in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like 1 rail across is the only way to hit this. 1 rail down here with a lot of inside. That's fraught with peril.
He's got to be going at this 14 ball. What's he got?
We've slowed down a bit on this match. We are running,
Yeah.
running.
You know, all he has is to spin around the 1 and come down 1 rail at this 14 ball. Looks like he wants to hit the middle diamond with about a tip and a half. Hit it at 9 o'clock. Ball in hand.
Ball in hand, but not exactly the cleanest of tables here. But Bill would rather have ball in hand stepping up to the table than not. The 3 ball is a
I might play safe again. We just
Maybe.
push the 4 ball into the open and open up the 3-8.
yeah. The
Stay
safety
behind one of them.
The safety has to be useful at this point. It's got to be. It can't be just a passive safety just to try to get ball in hand and use another one, ball in hand to.
Well, if he opens these 3 balls by the 8 and plays safe and gets ball in hand again, the next shot he would shoot first is the 6 ball.
Right.
and then proceed to run out from there.
He may just go ahead and play the 6-ball now. Is that
Oh,
where he's putting it for ball in hand?
That's where he's pulling it for ball.
Did he forget he had ball in hand? Did he actually move it? Not that it matters. He's already shooting.
Actually, he did not move, so he just shot. He didn't realize he had ball in hand. Mistake.
Well, he just waved his hand around as if he just imagining
He's going to push the 6 ball up in front of the pocket and stay behind the deuce. Oh no, he's going firing.
I didn't know that he had that in him.
He's firing.
Shot. Oh, I think this landed up pretty good.
Well, it blocks the 8 because I believe that that Robert's going to get a shot here.
Yep. Good safety. His next shot, if he gets ball in hand, must be on some. Well, the 3-8 better not be frozen.
Well, he's got a 2-rail kick at this 14 ball on the side, off to the side rail up on top in the corner. It's tight, but
tight.
It's there.
It's there. Tough.
If he's accurate, it's possible. It's really, really tight. That 2 ball to make it is real tight.
Got to be long.
He's gone long.
Got to be long.
Well, the good thing is he did not break the 4-3-5.
Safety on the 3 ball.
Think so?
I would. I'm only saying that because that's been the way Bill's been playing.
Yeah, this works.
If he actually makes this ball, I'd be surprised if he runs into the 3-8.
He's playing the 5. It looks like, and
you get the 8 ball with the side pocket, doesn't it? No.
I would have played the 4 ball and opened them up. The 4 ball is straight to the side pocket, and he would have opened them up. Now he's got big troubles.
He's got big troubles. He's going to trap himself on the 14 if he makes his ball, and he's going to be shaking his head.
Yeah, he sure did.
And he's going to be shaking his head.
Ouch.
Well, he's 2-railing something. He should use the plus system here, +2 system.
I still don't know that system. I just look at the line. He's done pretty good. He's going to make a hit.
Made a hit, and
he would have got behind the 4.
Safe. All right.
He would have got behind the 4, except for the kiss with the 3. Well, big opportunity for Robert.
Robert, straight across. It's not in. Oh, it is in there, and he's good.
He jiggled the rail, but he got in the pocket.
It slid in.
Yep. And for a 1-game lead.
1-game lead for the Top Gun team. Robert
Top
Davidson.
From Houston, Texas.
On the other table, we've got Steve Emmett shooting right now, and you can see Jim McCrary sitting in the background. He's playing for a combination. Kind of has to, but if he makes this, it looks like he will be rewarded.
This is Wayne?
This is Steve Emmett.
Steve Emmett.
Yeah, Wayne and is on the other team. They have a similar look.
Oh, I was looking at the other table.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
I thought our camera was over there, and it's okay.
Wayne,
yeah, this is
Wayne,
Steve
and you're
Emmett.
correct. Wayne is playing on the other table versus Dennis Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Steve Emmett.
Playing
Good
Jim
shot.
McCrary.
Well, he got a good shot, and 3-ball came up table. I think it still does, but he's getting away from the 8-ball. And you'd hate to play this and bump into the 8-ball, but you're almost forced to.
Yep. Where is he bumping it to? Looks like he's going to bump it straight to the side
All
pocket.
right, so you got to choose where you're going to bump it, and bump it to the second diamond right between the corner pocket and the. Yes, this is a tricky little shot.
And
scary shot, right?
It is. Because even if you draw the ball, you're still coming across the spot where it sends it right to the side pocket. I think if he just uses just what he's doing here, he's going to catch the bottom and send it to the corner.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah,
right
to
see,
the corner.
second diamond, right at it. That's what I would have tried to do. Second diamond. You got to pick a point and do it. Very nicely done, Steve Emmett. And another bead for Top Gun.
Mm-hmm.
Another bead for Top Gun. 6-4 Top Gun now. This has been a good match, George.
Sure. They've been 2 games apart the other way.
Yeah.
Colorado was leading by 2 games. Now they're trailing by 2 games.
Well, it looks like it's an open table. Dennis coming up. High ball's very favorable. 7 ball and the 5 ball, tough balls for the solid stripes. I think everything is open. If you can get to them, the 12 ball would be the toughest ball on the table for them.
And over on table number 2, you have Daryl Quiros and Dennis Mearsman.
Yes.
Meanwhile, crazy Dennis Bishop is at the table.
Yeah.
He didn't give him permission to call him crazy. I'm just going off your cue.
I like it.
Okay?
I like it. I could have been lying for all you know, but that's what he said. That's what he's going to get. He needs that at some way to get to the 12 because it's going to get tougher and tougher. Not that he ever had an opportunity to get there, but he's got to get there. It looks like he has to get there in 2 shots.
And Dennis is sporting his CueSports International players tag.
I like it.
Name tag right on his collar.
And sometimes that gets in the way.
I can see it right now. It's hanging right next to the cue.
That's a good shot here, and as long as the 7 ball doesn't get away from him, he doesn't actually have to hit the 7 ball at all.
I think I might sport it on the back of my collar.
Yeah.
Put it on the back of the collar and let it hang
That's
on my back.
nicely done, nicely controlled. He knew he didn't want to touch that 7.
This is nice.
This is nice.
This is
now it's a
nice.
3 ball out.
He can just punch out by the 4, have a shot on the 13. He could follow and come up. Oh,
and he miscued.
And he miscued. Yeah,
He's
stretching.
gonna go wild.
Stretching. He might have even slipped there when he went after that ball.
Yeah, he was just completely stretched out. I would have liked to have seen what would happen there, whether he was going to play the 13 in the left corner or all the way for something 13 on the side, maybe. But here comes Waynard.
First round match. Mixed 8-ball gold teams.
Right.
Get this. There's 383 teams that just started this out.
Yeah.
That's 1,915 people if there's just 5 people on a team. If some teams have 6, sometimes 7, you're close to 2,000 people just in this event.
Just for this division event, there are so many people on the banquet hall here, the convention floor.
I'll tell you, I walked the other room, and I'm telling you, the teams are here, and you can hardly walk down the room. It's tight. 5-people teams, 5-person teams.
Yeah.
And they're in both rooms. 126 tables in this room with 50 vendors all around. And then there's, I think, 120 tables in the other room. And more tables in another room. For a total of there's more than 300 tables here at the Rio.
You can see the 7 ball is the tough ball here because it doesn't pass the 12, and he's been staring at it, looking at it. Of course, he was left with what he had and peeked at the 7 ball, but really the shot he shot, the 5 ball, was sort of the right shot, knowing that it was the much easier shot to get going.
He's taking care of it right now.
And he's kicked it up there, and it does take care of it. Goes, and he can make it.
And look, he lined up the 1-3, too.
Yeah,
it wasn't lined up before.
Right.
It was just off.
And if it's lined up now, if he doesn't like the 7 in the side, he can play the 1-3.
The 7 in the side is what he's going to shoot.
Surely to goodness,
and he's going to come straight out. Yeah, he's going to come straight over. It looks harder on the monitor. If I have a perfect
straight
angle,
shot at it. And
yeah, he's got so much room. It's not funny. It looks tight, but there you go. There's a great shot of it. That's kind of the angle I have. I'm right behind in fact, that camera blocks my view to the table. Oh, he came around.
Going around.
He came around.
And if
he
he
could
clears
get
this,
he's
good.
fine.
He's good. Now negotiate 2 ball next after this 1-3 pair.
It looks like it's straight in. Yeah, you just use the 13 to hold you. Just draw right into it. He's going to follow for position on the 2.
Oh,
right into the corner pocket.
Don't get straight. He's got to stare this down. See what he looks here. See if he takes a deep breath. No hand flips. No hand flips. He likes this angle. I think he just got past the line that he can go straight forward.
Oh, I didn't see that 6 ball, so now he can go to the 6, stop it for the 1, and bingo.
Yeah, he's going to end up shooting he'll end up probably shooting that 1 ball in the side pocket, so he's just got to make sure he gets past the 9 ball. Well, I like this even better, that if you
Yeah.
can just slide over, he might actually play the one ball in the corner pocket, which it'll be a little bit more favorable as long as he's not on the wrong side. There is the line that he definitely doesn't want to lay on. He doesn't want to land just short of this line that he's just pointing to. He made the line, now he's got to make sure he's past it. Not exactly easy. I like going forward. There he goes. He's all lined up for it. Oh, you know, he needs to stand back up if he's going to do that.
He's looking at another ball, but he was still stroking
Still
on
stroking,
this one.
well,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's right. That's the best
That's
way to
the
do
best
it.
way to do
Stand
it.
up, readdress, and now get down on the ball. You're decided what to shoot, and take your pre-shot routine there. He's going to pop it out.
Perfect shot. Absolutely perfect. I think that's the way you're supposed to play that ball because the funny line that one came up. But you notice, and I know I sound like a broken record beating a dead horse. The one in the side ends up being just treacherous, and he had to do something.
Sure.
He certainly couldn't play it in the side pocket no matter what. But the good news is he had another place to pocket it, and I think he shot that ball as good as you could ask for.
Well, he executed everything perfectly because he's shooting a straight in
There you
eight ball
go.
to the side pocket.
Very nicely
tie
done.
this match up.
Very nicely done. The
That's
miscue,
six.
really cost Dennis there, obviously, because it looked like he had an opportunity to get out.
Are you guys getting nervous in Houston yet?
It's tied now. Wow, just like that.
How
Just
about those
like
of you
that.
in Colorado Springs?
This is a race to 13, so we're just
Yeah,
basically
we're halfway there.
halfway there.
Halfway there. That's why I asked if they're getting ready, nervous yet. We're halfway there.
Bill Sepelak up again. Looks like he's going to be breaking. Preston Hollis breaking on the table number 2.
He wanted, I should say his name loud. Before the match, he came up and said, "Am I going to hear people say my name? It makes me nervous." And he was just kidding with us, of course. He just kind of laughed and chuckled about it. We just chuckled about it. So I should get out there and say, Bill Sepelak. And actually, he said it to Vincent, and Vincent said, "I won't be talking. These guys over here will be talking." But the teams are here in Las Vegas at the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. Keep in mind, the national championships that are going to go on till the 29th are sponsored by Viking Cues, Omega Billirds, Kamui, Cyclop Balls, Predator Chalk, Fargo Rate, and it's all enabled. These are, the divisions are divided by Fargo Rate. And there in the background you see Mark Griffin and Bill Stock.
Mark Griffin, the head of CueSports International,
Owner.
with the parent company of the BCA Pool Leagues and the USA Pool Leagues.
He the big boss.
He is the big boss. Bill Sepelak to break.
You know what was kind of fun with Mark Griffin was back for the Swanee. He was doing commentating for one of my matches that I
There you
played.
go. Well, if the 8-ball goes, which it does go here, but it's really close to the 3-ball. Both balls look okay.
Both sets.
Both sets of balls. The 14 is the tough ball for the stripes. It doesn't go really anywhere. And the solids are a little bit bunched up down here by the 8-ball.
Well,
See
he's
how he takes care of the
yeah,
14
he's
goes to the
figuring it
side
out,
if he gets there.
yeah, he's figuring it out.
Meanwhile, on table number 2, Preston Hollis broke them very, very well, but the cue ball scratch got corralled in, and Robert Davidson looks to be on a nice, clean table run out. See if he gets there.
Looks like Mr. Davidson's going to run right out,
It looks good.
especially if he gets on this 15 ball. Don't bounce that down there.
Well, he's
Yeah.
there,
Meanwhile, Bill's still
contemplating his navel.
contemplating.
That's what they used to
Well,
tell
you know,
me.
this is tough.
It is tough.
It's tough.
Either set of balls are easy as the balls are a little clustered, so you have to be picking and choosing. And Robert Davidson just missed an absolute hanger. getting Preston Hollis back at the table. Boy, Preston really dodged a bullet there. He got second
Yeah, he
life.
did.
It's a wide open rack. We'll see what's going on with that as Bill is still checking things out over here.
Yeah, I saw that shot that Robert missed, and I tell you, he paid very close attention to his position because he wanted the perfect angle to go to the 8. Well, Bill has taken stripes, I believe. Was that a stripe or a solid?
That was a solid. That was a solid. I'm going to take a look at the other table here while Bill is still continuing his. You see that 15 ball that Robert Davidson just rattled. It was just, and he got perfect on the 13 to get out, and the ball didn't go in. He really just got a little bit loose there.
That's where his attention was. He wanted to make sure that he got a perfect angle on the 13 so he could just stop it for the 8. Because if he doesn't get a good angle, he's running away from it or running into it. And lined up.
I think Preston just has too many choices here.
I think his first choice should be the 6 ball.
It seems like it's the 6 ball from where we stand, but for one reason, he's dying to make the 2.
Well, he still has it.
Playing for the 6 ball next. Toughest ball on the table is going to be that 1 ball.
And actually, that was a good choice, considering he still left himself the 6, because he won't have to come down for it anymore. To stay up there.
He's in danger of having 1 ball on one side, 1 ball on the other side, and the 1 ball right in the middle, which is awfully difficult to.
And it's got to be played to the side pockets.
All right. And the 8 ball only goes to the right half of the table, so his key ball naturally would be on the left side. The 3 ball goes on the side easily. What do you think about this playing the 7 and then going right for the 4 ball?
If he's going to play the 7, I would prefer to play shape on the 1 ball.
Or the 1 ball, yeah, sure.
And then go to the 4.
And then for the 4, but the 3 ball goes in the side pocket, so he's good. If it didn't go in the side pocket, that'd be a little tough.
I actually like. Well, the 8 ball is going to be tough because if he plays the 3 ball, then comes back for the 7 ball, and then plays the 1 and the 4, he's got to get his cue ball all the way around to the other side of the table. So I actually like playing. Wow, this is tough because I can't see if the 1 ball goes in the side pocket. I don't think it does. On the left, side pocket on the left.
After the 7 is gone, it will.
Okay, then I'd have to take care of these balls here.
Yeah, see, it looks like he's going to go ahead and play for the 4 ball next, which is what I believe is the best of it. Yeah, I like this shot. Now he plays for the 3 ball next.
3 ball next.
Yeah, and he's got to get high on this ball. He's got to get high on this ball. He's forced to play the 1 ball in the side pocket, but he's got to stare down this angle and making sure he's got to go 3 rails, 1, 2, 3, 2 or 3 rails around after the 3 ball.
It's going to be funny going from the 1 to the 8. It's going to get a little funny.
Well, it all depends also how far away that 1 is from the 13. From here, I thought it was farther than it is, but it's actually pretty close. So here we go. These 2 angles are just so important.
This angle on this 1 ball is all important.
If he can get straight on it, then he draws back. Well,
but getting straight on the ball where you're coming across the line is a little tough.
Exactly. This is all the side pocket at the end of the rack. How crucial it is. And let's see if he gets there. It's not easy. Look, I mean, if it were easy, he would have already gone through this rack, but he recognized it right from the get-go that he'd probably end up with one of those 2 balls as his last 2 balls, especially the 1.
Yeah,
he looked at it all.
Yeah,
the hanging 15 really.
I would have liked to have gotten rid of that 1 ball prior to everything.
Yeah, I would have also. That's what. Now does he actually?
He's calling this in the corner. Oh no, I wasn't going to say that. Can't call that ball in the corner. This is going to move. This is going to rearrange the furniture.
He's moving.
He's going to move everything.
Well,
let's see where it ends up.
He's going to bump into his opponent. He was so locked in.
Did he bump? Did he bump? They bump into each other.
Bumped into each other. Yes.
Oh, okay.
With their good sides. He's bumping right into this 8 ball. It's corralling, and he missed the 1 ball.
Yeah.
He solved it and missed the 1 ball. Well, they've both now missed an easy one into the pocket. That one's going to hurt.
And he was able to push the 8 ball to a good location.
Right.
Get
Couldn't miss
position.
from there.
Yeah.
Couldn't miss from there.
Well, Robert isn't exactly out of the woods here. He's got to have this 13 either in the side or the corner, and he's got to get to it. And he's left the cue ball on the rail.
But he is shooting up table, maybe in
Yeah.
the side pocket. Yeah, he's rolling this ball in the side pocket, I believe.
I agree, because it's tight going down the corner.
Plus, if he misses, he's got the best shot of getting one of those brutal safes. Yeah, he's got there.
And we'll put Top Gun ahead again by a
That's
game.
right.
It's a little nip and tuck here.
Little nip and tuck. In the meanwhile, that other rack that seemed very difficult, now they're up 7-6. The other rack that seemed very difficult, Steve Emmett has made quick work of it.
He must have stripes.
He does have stripes, and if he just keeps it in a 2-inch circle, he's going to be shooting the 8-ball in the lower left corner. Nicely done.
And then there's your 2-inch circle.
That's right, right back in that little spot there. It didn't have much room to play into.
Yep.
Right, a little higher is okay, but 2 inches higher and he's no good.
Right here, you
An
just
inch south.
pocket the ball.
And then very nicely done. That was a tough rack over there because it was a little bit funny.
And they go back to a 2-game lead.
2-game lead, 9-7, 9-6, 9
But
to
we're still just
oh, it's a 3.
barely
8. I'm sorry, 8-6. I can't add.
8-6. It's okay.
8-6.
But they're still just barely past the halfway mark.
That's true. That's true.
A lot of pool to be played yet.
Jay McCrary is up on the right, the table number 2 versus Don Wright. Jay McCrary of Sea Springs Studs out of Colorado Springs. Don Wright out of Top Gun, Houston, Texas. And on table number 1.
What was that? They said they had 50 tables in that pool hall there.
Yeah.
What was the name of that place again?
In Houston?
In Colorado
In
Springs.
Colorado Springs, Antique Billiards.
Antique Billiards. Said we have 50 tables. That's a good-sized pool room.
Wayne Ard is going to be sitting down. Daryl Quiroz.
They got it.
Quiroz to break.
For 50 tables, they got to be somewhere in the vicinity of, 10,000 to 12,000 square feet.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe even 20,000,
Yeah.
depending on how they space them out.
Exactly. Yeah, actually, that'd be closer to 15, 20, just like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's a large place. Antique Billiards. And guys out of Houston, Top Gun, they play out of Slick Willie's.
Family Pool Hall.
Never been in one. I've been in the Houston area. I don't think I've been in a pool hall in Houston, believe it or not. I have in Austin because my son lived there for a while, and I was going out there. I went out to Round Rock where they hold the Texas Open.
White ball is going to be hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parked it by the side pocket, and the ball came over and said, take a dip.
Open table. The CSI rules, open table after the break. On 8-ball.
And this is Wayne.
This is Wayne.
Waynard. Looking around.
Look,
He's
yeah.
got a little mess to contend with there. The 4 balls right by the spot, but the one has a pocket, and they can open them up.
If the 13 goes, then he can shoot that. If it doesn't go, he can break it out right here.
Yeah, he can shoot the 14 and open it up. It doesn't open up all that well. What's he going to start? He's going to start.
He's going to start with the 12 ball, and
then the 13. Yep.
If he shoots the 12 first, that he's telling us that the 13 goes.
Mm-hmm.
Stop shot. He looks like he's going to shoot the 15 first. 15. If he shoots the 15 first, he's definitely telling us the 13 it goes.
Well, I think you'll shoot the 11 first.
11 first.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's
I'm
okay. I
using
knew
the
what you
wrong
meant.
set. 11 on the side. Stop. Thank you, George. I appreciate it.
It's okay. I was just laughing
It's
because
late. It's
Bobby
late.
does that to me a lot. I'll call the wrong ball, and he goes, "Well, if he shoots that ball,
If he shoots that ball.
it's going to be in the bottom of the of the tray because it's not on the table."
Yeah, if the 13 goes, which it must because that's what he's playing, he has to crawl the cue ball just past the line, the 13, the corner line, that way he can slide up table for the 15, the real 15,
if,
in the corner
well,
pocket.
if that 13 goes and he's playing for it right now,
Yes, there it
no,
is. It's
he might
past
be
the
going
line.
forward. He's gone forward for the 14.
I think this 13 is easily in, which is why he played
Oh.
for it. And slides it up for the 14.
Well, he left himself more angle than he needed.
Yeah, just a little
yeah,
bit
he
more.
kind of.
This shot was
fooled me a little
tougher
bit.
than this came out to be.
Yeah.
He still has the 9-up table, so as
Yeah,
long as
well,
he
if that-
doesn't push that 7 ball into a bad spot, he'll be all right. Don't push the 7 to a bad spot. It's not crazy bad. Let's just not forget about the 9 ball up table. You know, doing all that work,
Actually,
you might completely forget
he
that
can
the
get
9
to
balls
it
up
right
table.
here. He can get to it right here. He could play this 14 ball, get shape. That's right. Play the 14 ball, get shape on the 15. That's right, straight in almost.
Yeah.
And then get on the 10 ball from the 15, follow up for the 9, come back for the 8.
Yeah, because he can't, if he goes 15, 10, 9, now that 14
That-
is just going to be,
That's right.
it's going to
Exactly.
haunt him.
Exactly. And the angle to play the 14 leads him right to where the cue ball is now. He can come right back to where he's at.
I think that 13, even though it went, was tougher than he thought.
Yes.
He had to, you know, there's only so many angles on that 13 that he
Well,
had.
He surprised me by
Starting
following down.
right, yeah.
Yeah, and giving himself that angle. I thought he was going to stop it and then shoot the 13 straight in. So I think he's going to attempt to get on the 10 right now, or he's going to have to draw off the 14 to
For the
lay
9.
the ball on the no, for the 10.
Yeah.
To lay it on the rail. He wants the cue ball on the rail.
On the
He's
cushion,
already
yeah.
let us know that. He's shown us that.
Yep.
And he wants the cue ball on the rail, right where he's got pointing his finger, or he's looking to come in there. He might shoot this 14 and just go straight to that area and open that up.
Tough to dig at the ball from that position, hanging over ball, stretched out. He's playing for this breakout on the 7,
Yes,
I think.
he is.
No.
Now this is real tough.
It is tough. He
Well,
kept putting his
no.
finger down as if he was playing a ball to get up there, and it was either that ball or the 14 ball off those balls. But
Now, see here, he's forced himself to go up and down.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
probably going to play the 10 ball here, go up for the 9,
and then come
and
back
have to
down
come all
to a
the way
very
down
thin
for
area.
exactly, and through the 5 or whatever might be in his way.
He's going to make sure he misses the point here.
I think he gets this. Yeah, he gets it.
He's got to
And
get an
he's left
angle.
himself straight
Stop.
in. Oh, he's got an
He's
angle.
got an angle. One rail across, missed the 5. He's going to be perfect if he misses the 5.
I think he's got the perfect angle for that. He'll come right by this 5 and come over for the 14. If he's able to maneuver this, he's maneuvered very well. Yeah, that's where
you got to go,
There you
right
go.
there. I like it.
He sees it.
And if he's got an angle, don't use too much right-hand spin, or else you'll spin right into the 8 ball. Just go right around the 8 ball. Right to the 2 ball. This looks perfect.
Wow. Good shot.
I like it.
Great shot, Wayne. And now he comes straight up. 8 ball in the same corner as he's pocketing this 14.
Nicely done. Very nicely done.
A good cue ball control there. I thought he was going to have problems, but he just laid up so perfect for the 9. Good going.
Very nicely done.
And that closes that
Closes the
2-game
gap.
gap. They're
7 to 8.
Yeah, they're keeping it within 2 games, both teams. One
Right.
team pulls ahead by 2, the other team catches up. Back and forth, back and forth.
Jim McCrary from Sea Spring Studs at the table, shooting the high balls. He looks like he's got a good layout to get out. Might have to tap on the 8 ball, so he's going to make sure the 8 ball doesn't cover up the 9. Oh, he's looking right at it. He's going to give a little disgusted look here in a second.
Well, he's always got his out is the 13. $11 doesn't appear to go by the 12 in the corner. So he's cutting this
Gosh.
15 in the side. Going to move the 8. A little harder than that would have been
Yeah,
ideal.
He knew he was going towards the 8, and it's, I think, just exactly what you said. If you know you're going to bump into the ball like that,
Yeah.
you might as well hit it hard enough so that it does something else. But the 9 might go right in the side pocket. Obviously very difficult.
Well, more than likely, he'll shoot this 13.
Come across.
He can come across to hit the 8, or just come across and then shoot the 12 and come up and take care of the 9. But he's got an 11 ball
Still
on the
has
rail
an
by
11 ball.
itself. Yeah.
The 11 ball's still there. Let's see what he does.
If he thinks he can pocket this 9 ball on the side, I would go ahead and shoot this 13. And when I shoot the 12 next, I would open up the 11.
Well, quite honestly, that's about his best. You know, the position he just put it there is probably where he'd start off with ball in hand. Even though these 3 balls are tough.
Well, I would look at the 9 ball if I was him. If it goes in the side, he's lined up to play it. And it won't get better than this. And he's there now.
But now he's going to look. He's going to look to see if he can possibly play the 12 ball into the. Where do you go from here? How do you get to the 9? From the 9, 11 to the 12?
Well, you get to the 12 and then open up the 11.
Oh boy!
And he came over too far, so he was going to have to go, I guess, shoot the 11 to the rail. But
maybe there was possibility of 11-12 combination. No, I don't think so.
No,
it's tight. It's all tight. 11 actually might pass the 12 because you know our angle is just so bad.
Well, we've got Don here taking care of business. He'll take a look at what he's got. He's got a tied up 3 ball, which is right next to the 11 and tied up by the 12.
Yeah, it feels like, it looks like you can ticky that 3 ball off the 12 ball.
I think
I may have shot that one first, but
I
think he wanted to use that 2 ball
as the ball to break
it out.
Yeah, but he's gotten too sharp of an angle now.
And too close to
and he's too close to the rail, so he can't draw over there.
Let's see if that 3 ball goes. He's going to look at it now, and he's probably going to put a stick down there.
He's looked to see if it goes off the rail on the bottom into the 12. We can't tell, so we're just going to watch Don take care of business here. And he's got to cut it in the side. I don't think he'll play it in the corner. And go up and down.
Now he tried to break something
coming
out,
up and down. He might like this. He might like this. This 3 ball goes in the corner, I think.
Or the combination.
Or the combination.
It's high. He's awfully high to be shooting a combination.
What else do you shoot? You kick the 5 ball real soft and try to hook him behind there for the 11 and the 12, and all they have is the 9 ball upstream.
See what he does.
He could. That's a tough shot. He could slide off the 3 and come up against the 5. And it looks like he's playing the 5.
I'm just wondering if the 3 ball does ticky
There you
off
go.
the 12 ball. He's got a plan. Putting this on, putting the ticky on. There it is.
He's calling your ticky shot. Let's see how he handles it. He's got to execute it. Calling it's one thing.
That's right. I got to tell you, Don Wright, as he stands there, is reminding me of, or as he was sitting there, he's reminding me of Fred Thompson, Senator Fred Thompson. Well, he went for it.
And he's opened all the stripes up.
It's wide open.
And I think Jim will just
walk through the door.
start
here.
with this 9, get a nice angle on this 12 ball, and move over for the 11, and then the 13, and then the 8.
Do you like coming straight up the table here, or do you like
I
going
like to
all
come
the way to the
straight
rail?
Towards the 9.
To the
So-
12. I like going right to the
Straight
rail.
towards the 8, excuse me.
This is what I do,
Oh, he's too
but
straight
now he's too straight.
Yeah, and that's
He
why I like coming
he
straight
shouldn't have
towards
done.
the. I
He
meant
shouldn't
the
have
8.
done what I did. Meanwhile, on the other
He's okay.
table,
He can come down.
Dennis Mersman beats Robert Davidson. So Seaspring Studs gained another point, tied it up.
Tied again.
Yeah.
But I think Jim's going to take care of business here and get a
He's-
game back.
I think he'd rather have been a little bit
A little straighter.
than that.
Yeah, he's got
Cue
a
ball is
steep
gonna
angle. He's going to come up and down.
It's either that or he's just going to be able to just slowly roll it in, but that's been perilous on these tables. Let's see
Yeah.
where he goes. He's going to go between the 8 and the 3.
Sure.
Oh, he tickled the ball, and the 11 ball did not go in. Had he hit that even thinner, he would have crashed straight into the 8 ball. Here comes Don Wright. Blood tester here.
Yeah, he's got a shot.
He's got to pump this baby in.
The thing about this shot is that he could run into the 11 going around. He wants to put a little bit of left English on this ball. And he's using a little bit of draw
I think he's going to draw to the side rail and out.
and over.
This is one of those patterns that you see a lot on these tables here that you may not shoot on another table.
Yeah.
Turned his
And he
hands
turned
over
it
too.
loose there.
Where does that 11 ball sit in this pocket?
Just
on the wrong side.
Right on the point. No, actually, it's fine. He can two-rail this cue ball for the 8 in the corner pocket on
Right.
the left. A little harder. Now he's going to have to bank it.
50-yard line.
Well, the thing about
That's
banking
what I was
this
saying,
ball,
that,
yeah,
you know, that ball
He's
laid
fine.
just funny that he had to try to play that 2 rails.
Mhm.
He could have just, if it had been the other way, he could have just played it for the side pocket since it's 8 inches, 9 inches away from the side
Well,
pocket.
as bank shots go, this is probably one of the easier ones. And the thing about it is, even if he misses this ball,
It's no
he's-
sellout.
It's no sellout. He's got a low percentage shot. He's got to bank the 3. He's made
It's
it.
got it in the pocket. Nicely done. And the
And-
Seaspring Studs retake the lead.
Back and forth.
There you go.
They're playing seesaw.
Steve Emmett and Preston Hollis talking something over. Maybe they're going to start a bar fight.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
These guys came here to have fun. And they're having fun. They're playing pool.
I'm not sure what the discussion was. Some kind of motion movement on some ball.
Might have asked what he was shooting. Don't know. Didn't see it. That was focused on the other table.
Pretty clustered table here, and we have the trick shot in the middle, the Rosebud trick shot forming up.
I don't know what Preston has. Does he have stripes or solids, or is it open? It's open. Nothing's in the ball return. No balls in the ball return. So, open table.
Open table.
He could probably shoot that 7 in the side pocket. So he's got a shot there. What does he have for a stripe? Nothing.
Nothing,
Only
but
shot he has.
he probably wants stripes, is why he hasn't shot another ball.
He's trying to find something with the stripes, huh?
I think he's okay to hit the low balls, except for the one low ball available to him. The 7 ball would have been what he'd use for the breakout, so he may have to shoot the 4 ball up table.
Well, if he shoots the 4 and follows it, he'll have a shot at the 5 or the 7.
Yeah. Tough first shot.
This is what he's taking taking his time about. He's playing the 4 ball. He's decided to play the 4, it looks like.
Roll forward and
And
it goes.
it
Oh,
does
it
not
wanted
go.
to rock there. Tough first shot.
Hangs it up in the corner, and this brings Steve up. And Mr. Emmett will weigh his options. Looks like he's going to be playing. It's open.
It's open. It is open.
What
and
do you like? And What will you take? Looks like he has a shot on the 5. I think I'd shoot the 5 ball and come out and try to get a shot on the 11 and open up. Well, he's got a shot on the 11 right now. I mean on the 7.
11?
The 7. I'm sorry.
That's not even in the same.
I want to send my cue ball to the 11.
I see.
That's where the 11 came from. I want to send my cue. I want to draw my cue ball right into that 15, 11, 8. Not real hard.
Not real hard.
But
8 off the 6.
Yeah.
We'll see
Open
what
him
he
up.
does. Well, he's going to play the
He might take
straight
stripes.
in 14 ball and do something with the 9 ball, unless the 15 does something lovely.
Nice little cluster of balls right around the spot.
Yeah, it's
A little
beautiful.
5-ball star. You got Bill and Don playing on table number 2. Bill Sepalak and Don Wright.
Don Wright.
Don's at the table now. At this table, we have Steve Emmett from Top Gun. And he's chosen to play the 12 ball first and probably open. If he opens up, he may not have a shot. Yeah, he tried to hit the stack.
Oh,
He tried to hit the
this.
stack.
Well, he might have enough angle on this 9 ball to run into at least the 10 ball, but this rack is just quite tied up.
He didn't like opening him up with a 7. The 2 ball and the 10 ball are tied up on the side rail. So no matter how you open those up, you're going to have to open up the 2 and the 10 also. He's going for it right now. He's going to run the cue ball up the rail. He tried. He just barely missed it. Didn't get it up the rail. Now he's got a cut shot on the 14 that's going to lead him right into the 8, 11, 15, the 5 balls by the spot. He could, if he chooses, he could. It's a tough shot. Never mind, he's playing the 14. I was going to call some crazy shot, but he's got a good shot here to open him up.
Straight pull break, except for it looks like he'll tie things up on the right side.
Well,
And
first and foremost, he did tie things up on the right side because the 15 doesn't go
Doesn't
past the
correct.
13, the side. Can't go off the 5. So either way, Preston is going to come to the table and take a look at things. He may have to start with that 6 ball. That's right next to the cue ball. No, he's going to the 7.
if he goes to the 7,
He's going for the 7 in the corner.
tough to break out his 2 balls up there, but maybe he'll break them off here. There you go.
And this will break him up. If he comes into the 6 ball just right, comes up and catches. He'd like to hit the 2 ball full coming off that bottom rail. That way he can shoot the 3 ball next. And he'll open him up. He wants to have a little pace on this shot. Speed, pace. What else would you call it? Hit it firm.
Yeah,
Those things.
those things. High weight. I don't think I'd ever say that, but
He caught
well,
the
he
ball
went for
first,
it, but
yeah.
wrong ball. He got
It
the 3
goes.
ball out, but the 2 ball does it. Well, the 2 ball goes if you had ball in hand.
I'm actually going to, I would prefer to shoot the 5 ball here and get myself an angle to open up the deuce because I'm guaranteed a shot at that 4 up on top.
Yeah.
I don't want to shoot that 4 until I taken care of my problem ball. And that problem is the 2 ball. That's
Tough position
hidden
here.
by the 10.
Maybe you can play the 1 ball right into these balls.
Yeah, actually, I just like playing this 5 and drawing it back just a little bit. If he can draw it back 3 inches, maybe 4, he's got himself a nice angle to go into the 2 and just
Off the
open,
3 ball.
Yeah, off the 3. And then you'll have a shot on the 4. He can also get there. He can get perfect, actually, off this 1. That might be what he's doing. He came
went
down
too
too far. Went down too far. So now he's faced with the same shot.
Starting to run out of
come off the 5.
Starting to run out of balls here.
Well, it's not bad. In fact, he's got a good angle to get where he wants to go off this 5. Real soft off the 5, and he'll end up with a perfect angle. Just barely make the 5, come off the rail, and you've got the angle to get to the 2 ball. Well, to shoot the 3 ball and open up the 2.
See what he does here is draw the line. If you draw the line from the 3 ball to the corner pocket and out towards the 5 ball, you only have to pass that line by a couple of inches. Once he hits the 5 ball and bounces off, he's already at that line.
Right. He comes about 4 or 5 inches off the rail and makes the 5. He's perfect.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is he doesn't have to crash into the ball, so he can actually actually make the 2 ball if he can just play position for it.
Well, he's going to have to hit it hard, and because if he hits it soft and hits the 10, he can stay behind the 15-13 and won't see the 4.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That from that angle he's showing here, you can actually play position for the 2. Not that that'd be ideal, but he could.
I got you.
Right? The 2 ball goes, so
Gotcha.
it'd be something else. Meanwhile, on the other table,
Bill is going to be shooting
the
8 ball straight in the corner pocket to take a 2-game lead for the C Spring Studs, and
he's
they
got
do it. Now we're getting to a race to 4 here. A race to 3 for them, and a race to 5. They're getting 2 games on the wire. In a race to 5.
All right, there you go. Preston has lined it up. He sees how to get to the 2 ball. He's looks pretty good here. He can slide it over and play position for the 2. Let's make sure he's not trapped on the rail.
He looks pretty straight. Oh,
he did get there. He probably got the perfect position on here. He called it immediately. He called it immediately as if he was perfect on it, and they're going to want a referee.
Let's see if we can get Jose in here. He came
Let's
over
see
and waved at
whether or
everybody.
not he's shaking his head, because all he has to do now is make this ball. Had he moved just a little bit over, like I said, he was trying to play position for it, and just a little bit farther forward.
Here comes your ref.
There you go. Playing the 2 ball. No, he'll know immediately if that 10 ball moves first.
Yeah, the refs are wearing the Ultimate Gear shirts made specifically for them by Ultimate Gear.
It's tight. It's tight, but he's not shaking his head, so he has a shot. He's got paint. He's got to hit this pretty firmly because he's just barely licking that paint. And for all you kids out there, don't be licking any paint. That was a good shot. I'm playing this 2 rails if I'm Preston, but he could also go inside English and thin it in.
Yeah, I like coming off that 4 and coming real close to the side pocket on the left. Just don't go in it.
Just don't go in. That's
You know,
right.
it's funny, but it's funny you say that to yourself, and you get up there and you shoot the shot
Right in the center.
right
of the,
in the dead center of the pocket, and you just get sick to your stomach.
Oh, he's going 3 rails around, which I like also. I like this even better. I like that even better.
He avoided this. He
avoided everything
every
and
pocket.
came on the perfect line.
Yeah,
Nice job.
Came close to the right-hand side pocket, but not in the angle he was coming. He liked it. Good shot. This
Very nicely done. That was a nice out. Well, I tell you what, that was a nice out.
and they needed that game to get to 11.
Gets to 11. Gets to 11.
3-game lead. And Top Gun from Houston, Texas.
You know, you
It's
can't
falling
shoot
behind
that
here.
pattern that Preston shot without using a lot of English on there. You know, a lot of people say stay in the center of the cue ball, but that you've
No.
got to use the English to create those angles.
Sure, he drew off the 4 ball with a lot of left English and went the short 2 rails right at the side
Right
pocket
at the side
on the right.
pocket, right at that one,
Knowing
about
that
that
it
one
was tough.
diamond below
Yeah.
the, right there.
Came in perfect.
That's a pretty standard pattern when you're doing those 2 rails around.
Well,
The more English, the higher up the cushion it comes up. The less English, it goes down to the corner pocket.
I didn't even see that. I thought I'd go close to the left-hand pocket to get straight in on the 8-ball in the opposite corner.
But he liked pattern number 1, number
He
2,
handled it
whichever.
perfectly.
Hit
Yeah.
it perfectly, right
He
on the
hit it
right
perfect.
line.
And just like anything else, there's different ways of, the table is a rectangle, and there's different ways of getting to one spot.
Yep.
There's so many different ways. And everybody's skill set's a little different, and everyone has preferences as to how they want to get there.
It's Waynard and Robert Davidson. Wayne to break.
And wacko.
Whack.
Oh,
Second
did
ball
the cue
break.
ball almost? No, it didn't.
Well,
It
he
was
hit that
another
second ball break and scared the corner pocket.
Yeah, well, he spread him out pretty good with this. That's one of the better spreads I've seen with a second ball break.
Right. He's forced to shoot the 12 ball, I believe. The 15 ball. And maybe bump into the 12 ball, which is covered. So he might as well hit this one so it knocks the 12 ball up table, maybe towards the side pocket.
It doesn't appear that the 12 ball goes by the deuce from the corner.
No.
So he's going to want to move it.
He has to move it.
If he chooses to shoot the 15 ball and take stripes.
Yeah, I don't think they can actually see any other ball. He's just he's frozen on the 11.
If you want to give him an extreme shot, he could possibly back cut the 5, but I don't see him doing that. I think the stripes lie nice, as do the solids. And
yeah, they do. The solids actually sit pretty good here, but he's forced to shoot the 15. He almost has to play position for the 12 ball, bump it and play position.
You got to
no other ball.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot this pretty hard. I'm going to go ahead and hit this pretty hard and go into the 12, and hopefully slide up by the 6 to shoot the 11 ball on the side next. So basically, he wants to hit the left side of the 12 while shooting the 15 ball. And he's called the 15. We figured that much.
I figured that much.
Yeah, we got that far with you.
Bump the 12.
Steve. That's not Steve.
That's not Steve. Wayne.
That's a Waynard. I'm sorry.
We play position for the 10, but that 12 doesn't go.
No, it's going to have to be moved sooner or later, and he had the perfect shot to move it.
It seemed it. Maybe he was straighter than we thought.
And the other ball that's tough to get as a stripe is the 9 ball, but more than likely he can play this 11 ball
and be open.
And if he comes into the 10, he's going to get himself in trouble because he's going to put 2 balls in a position that won't go along the same rail. And when you double up balls on the same rail and they're blocked, guess what?
Nothing to do.
You're blocked. Either you bank it or move it. He didn't move it. That's perfect.
I'm looking right down. The 12 ball does not go.
No, it doesn't go.
It didn't
the
go
10
before.
Ball
I
does.
don't.
He's got to back cut the 10. Does the 9 ball go past the 3 ball in the corner?
The 9 ball does go past the 3 ball in the upper corner.
Okay. That might be what he's playing next. But I think he's going to come over for this 12 ball, and looks like he's hitting this hard. Yeah. All goes back to his opening shot, Freddie.
That's right. I mean,
not moving that problem ball.
It could have been straighter than we thought, but
could be because
the fact that he had an angle to go
up
table tells me he could actually go into that 12 ball. But he'd have to play position for a ball, and maybe that's why he decided to play the 10 ball, and maybe thought he could get to it later. But it was difficult.
Well, Robert Davidson.
Robert Davidson, not David Robertson. Robert, you were correct. I stumbled on his name. Robert Davidson. Well, we can see the problem here, the 2-ball, so it looks like Robert wants to get up table for the 6-ball and break out the 210.
I think he's going to
if
do
he
that
does
right now. Does he have the, it looks
like he's close. Yeah, he's got this.
Yeah, he's got the same. You got
He's
the angle
got
to come
this.
down.
And the 5-ball would be next.
Perfect.
Very nicely done.
Took care of that one. Now I think, well, right here, he can come back for the deuce. He can go forward for the 7 in the corner, the 1 in the corner. It opens up real nice, or get
He didn't
play
look,
the balls
he
to the
didn't
side.
look up table, so he's playing for the 2-ball.
Yep.
Crashed into the 2-ball.
And he's coming right back to be right where he's at again.
Probably.
Yep.
The 1-ball is tricky. He may choose, if he's straight in on the 7-ball, he may choose to bunt that ball in and get an angle and go around the table. But we'll see what he does, because he's the 1 is trickier than you'd ever believe.
He wants to come back and, oh, he got so nice on this ball. That was a nice, delicate draw.
And
He's going to fall forward just a hair, shoot the 1 ball in the left-hand corner, probably roll down for the 8-ball on the side. And they need this game because they're trailing.
Yeah.
They're trailing by 3 games, and their opponents are only 2 games away from winning the match.
Oh, yes, he likes that way.
Yeah.
You know what?
And he's going to play the 8-ball in the same pocket.
If he got the angle, he can go
He's got
either
an
way
angle,
if he
yeah.
has to. But interesting shot selection by Robert on that one.
Yes.
But he liked it, and he's.
Oh.
Yeah, see, this is the problem with shooting the side pocket. I'd hate to say it like that. I thought he got good, but it was funny. It's funny enough that he spun off too far. And now this is no hanger.
Yeah.
No hanger. Playing the ball is the side pocket. I tell you, that's why. Just a little bit off angle, and suddenly it's goofy. He
gave himself
yeah.
a chance to miss, and he did.
And he did. Exactly right,
Yeah.
George. He gave himself a chance to miss by playing for that ball in the side pocket. It looked like in the corner pocket was the right way, and you couldn't go get bad.
Yeah.
But he mustn't have liked
it.
He must have liked it.
I think it stems from playing that ball, playing position for the 1 in the side. He should have played position for the 1 in the corner and rolled right down and played the 8-ball on the side.
Yeah, because
it laid real nice.
laid
for that.
nicely.
It looked like a stop shot.
Right. And it's always better off, as we've been talking about over and over again, not to play for the ball in the side pocket as your last ball, because it doesn't take much to get way out of position.
Those are preferences that players have. They just don't want to, they make up their mind and they go by the plan, and sometimes the plan.
Yeah, I know one thing that, I'm sure that Robert will make that out more times than he doesn't.
Oh, sure.
I know, me personally, I would have screwed it all up trying to.
Well, even when he shot the 1 on the side, it looked like he didn't draw the ball enough. He went to play the ball in the corner, the 8-ball in the corner, and he slid down too far. Instead of, I would have tried to hold the cue ball for the 8 in the side and given myself an easier angle if I went a little too far.
Well, he got a favorable bump there.
Yes, he did.
I think he just wanted to make sure he didn't scratch in the corner, so he put a little more left hand.
He's in the middle of every shot here.
I know it.
Look at this. He can shoot any ball he wants,
yeah.
And they're all just a little off angle.
He'll make this.
Yeah, the problem is he's running the cue ball off of a steep angle.
Yeah.
Where is he going to run to? Where's he going to let it run to? Where's he going to direct it to? Nice and soft. Did he make it? Yes, he did. He
made
came
it.
by it. Now he's got a sweet
Another
shot. It's a tight
all
shot.
testers.
It's a tight
all
shot.
Tester.
Yeah, that 12 ball in the corner pocket up on top, maybe not so much. So he's forced to shoot either the 12 in the side and run into the 11, or shoot the 11 and do something with his 12. He's got an off angle. The cue ball goes towards the 8.
If he misses that, the side pocket looms large.
It's
I mean,
straighter
just
than
everything.
I thought. It's straighter. This is good.
Pump.
This is good. This is good. He's going to
He's
come to
gonna
the
lay on the
side pocket.
cushion.
He's going to come perfect. He's
Oh,
going to come
perfect.
perfect for the
I
side
was
pocket.
blocked by him.
Hell yeah, his body, you couldn't
Body
see
blocked
it. Yep.
me.
You were body blocked. This is big. This puts him on the hill.
Yeah, and he really came with a shot. Wayne did.
This
Waynard.
is big. To get on the hill against their opponents will need 5 games to their 1.
And he's on 12.
They're on 12.
That's
Team
great.
C Springs Studs. This is a team event, and this is fun, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of teams and a lot of guys that take this so serious, and they put so much pressure on themselves.
Yeah.
And they miss a straight-in shot, and they dwell on it for hours and days and weeks. I mean, I've heard people leave the national championship and said, "You should have seen this shot that I missed. You can't believe I would miss a shot like this."
This
guys,
far away. Yeah.
guys,
It happens.
have fun, breathe. Although we all do it. Let me
We
tell you
all-
this
we
right
all
now.
do it. That's right.
But
That's why I sit up here, not down there. I'd be the worst one out. Meanwhile, it's Jay McCrary, and he's put on a shirt. He must be cold out here.
it is cold in here.
It's getting
this
cold
is like
out
65
here.
degrees in
Dennis
here.
Bishop is over there with his shorts on. Jim McCrary is shooting at the low balls, I believe. Yes, the low balls.
Yeah, well, he's kind of snookered. You can
Well,
masse the one ball. Shot on the one. He's going to jump
He's
this.
going for the jump cue.
I would never jump this ball. I would masse this all day long. In fact, he might not even have to do that. He can go rail first, can't he, Freddie? You got a perfect angle of it.
It's close. It's at least a half masse on the rail, but it's close.
Yep.
I don't know what happens with the 6 ball.
Well, that's the problem. Is the 6 ball is just it's lined up on the 8 and the 9 there, and
Meanwhile, on the other table,
Steve
Emmett is about to break for the Top Gun team.
Dennis
Seaspring
is calling
Studs.
for a ref,
Seaspring Studs
wants a
is on the
ref.
hill.
and we got a ref in here.
He's jumping for the 2 ball, which is why he's got the jump shot. Darting away. Well, it's a good hit, and he's going to leave.
Nothing.
Well, that's not bad at all.
He's left the 15 ball. Nice cut on the 15, and if he's sure of making it, he can run right into the. Well, he's going to push that 8 ball to the side pocket.
Yep.
He can run right into the 9.
Guess another.
He can
Maybe
spin
another,
over.
Maybe another safety.
Yeah, he can. Well, you know, a nice safety would be is right up against the 9. Just hit the 15, and come straight up,
Cozy it up.
and up against the 8 9 8. Let him get that jump cue out again, or 2 rail.
Looks like he just
That's what he's
freezes on
doing.
the royal. He's not going to make it more than that.
Oh, he's going to
Here
go.
comes
for
the jump cue again.
Referee, come back. Stay here.
And while we're here, Preston Hollis and team, they want to give a shout out to Lori Hollis. I'm sure she's out there watching. Another jump shot, and this time he's going for the 1 ball that's hanging there.
Ball in hand.
And now Dennis has a ball in hand. He can clear out that 6 ball and play position for the 14 and 10. 14's pretty high up there. He'd probably be playing position right for the 10 ball, I think. Well, if you break this way,
I like
just
shooting
going
the
the
10
wrong-
ball, the 9 ball.
That's true. You don't even have to break out.
You don't have to break a thing.
Out.
You know,
The 15
Shoot the
could
10
have been
ball,
the
the
key
9 ball, the 14, and then the ball he just shot, and you're straight in on the 8
Yeah.
for the corner pocket. You don't have to break out anything.
But he's going to get there.
He's still there. He's still there. Now,
Shoot the 9.
shoot. I'd shoot the 14 and come back a little bit. Shoot the 9 next.
I think it's just a slight off
Yeah,
angle.
it's different. no biggie. And he's got himself a nice angle to come. Well, he just got a little too straight.
No, and he's got the
He
hand
just
flip
got
there.
a little one. He got a little too straight. Had he stayed on the rail, he just slides off the ball and then plays the 8-ball in the same pocket. Now,
Well, if he
he's
can
going
roll
to draw the ball.
If he can roll forward like he was just showing, why wouldn't you go forward with the right hand English? But it doesn't. It looks like he's dead straight.
It looks like that's what I'm saying. He's just dead straight in. And he's
Yeah,
missed the
he
ball
tried
trying to get position.
He tried to cut it as much as he can,
Yeah.
and he just
He went
gave
to cheat it.
Jim McCrary and the Colorado Springs C-Spring
Well-
Studs a chance to get this match over with.
He gave him a shot for the 6-ball on the side, and he's challenged him to make it because if he doesn't make the 6 on the side, he won't be able to get out. His ball blocks it.
Yeah, there's no question.
He's going
You
for
gotta
it right
shoot this
here.
about as straight as possible.
This is a shot, but you got to make it.
It's in.
Made it. Did the cue ball follow it? No, he did fine. And do you shoot the 2-ball now on the side? I think I play the 1-ball and get good shape on the deuce. But playing, you know,
This is tough. This is
especially on these some of these teams, playing balls out of the pockets, their position seems to be a little shaky in many cases.
Well, in the meantime, we've got Dennis Mersman on the other table for the C-Spring Studs. He's got a run out going. So by the time that Jim finishes up his match, Dennis may have also closed out on the other side. Either way, both teams are on a run out here to get there. He's got to run. He's going to go 50. You know, isn't that always the case? 50-yard line here.
This is why I was saying playing balls out. He might have been better off. Well, no, I like what he did. I just don't like how he did it.
He's all right. I mean, he's going to shoot, and we'll see what happens. He's going to rely on the team here. He may just think about this long. He's looking over there. He's looking to see how Dennis is doing because Dennis
Saved
just
me here.
Well, it's not save me, but it's a lot less pressure if you've already know you're going to win. You know, so
Well,
Dennis is 2-3 balls away from winning himself. If he
Jim will
gets
take
there,
care. I think Jim takes care of this. I think he
Just
comes over for
come
the 8.
over there, slide over.
I think he makes this ball
Put
and
all
gets shape for the
skin-
same pocket.
There you go. He's in
There you go.
there.
See? There you go,
Very
Jim.
nicely done.
Now smile, breathe, and he's calling it, no problem. And here we go. C-Spring Studs, Colorado Spring Studs
for
will
the match.
take this 13-8.
And he's out. And that's the match, ladies and gentlemen. C-Spring Studs wins it. I don't know if they're going to continue on.
Well,
People are shaking.
why would they continue?
So that's the match. And
They're all done?
That's good.
Colorado-
C-Spring Studs on to the next. Top Gun goes to the left side, the one-loss side.
And this is George Teacha and the cornerman, Freddie Ognier, signing off.